Hi, welcome to We Talk Indies. This is a new setup for everyone. He has a mic now, so there's that.
I'm about to
Jameis,
get more annoying. Fantastic. Good luck to all of you.
so make sure to follow us at We Talk Indies on Twitter. Please subscribe to our Patreon. I'll be honest with you, we're kind of lacking on there. We don't check it. I'm sorry. So, but we will. And of course, buy our merchandise at we do have We Talk Indies merchandise. If you go to my at a rose CPE on Twitter or any of my social media and click my link tree, that will be the first thing on there. So you can of course buy a We Talk Indies mug. Feel free to follow me at a rose CPE on all social media. Some of it's Ash Rose CPE, but you can follow the Jameis at the Jameis, and make sure to
Mine's a
follow.
lot less confusing.
Sorry, and you can follow the Indie Wrestling Corner um with our other host who's currently a little absent, but she's doing her own thing. Check out her interviews.
She's on
That
sabbatical, but that wonderful dog you saw in the mug, it's hers.
it's
We wish
hers.
her and McDuff all of the best, as always.
Yeah, she's killing it on the interviews over there. So go check her out at the Indie Wrestling Corner on YouTube and on Twitch, and follow her at Loves to Dream. Is it 82?
82.
Yep, that
It's
is
LUVS.
LUVS. Tiff, thank you, Draven. I'm sorry, I corrected it, sir. That is Tiff, Queen of the
My name's
Indies.
not Draven.
No, Draven. He was meowing. My cat. He wanted input. So, Jameis, you want to start with the announcements?
The announcements. I have announcements. So, okay, so I don't have any pulled up. We have a lot of upcoming shows, especially this in the beginning of March. For example, Revolver Drip will be happening on the 4th of March. That is in a lit that's Saturday. Wow. That
Yeah, that is Saturday.
that came quickly. The most exciting, heaviest thing to come out of Iowa since Slipknot. Dirty Dango versus Dan the Dad. That should be a character match.
This Drip is not in Ohio though.
Oh, Iowa. That's
It's
what I
in
meant.
Iowa. No, but
The
it's
last
okay.
show was in Ohio. My
It's
brain's
okay.
completely fried.
It's okay. The next Revolver show Thursday will be in Dayton, Ohio. And as
Yeah,
you
my
can see,
brain's completely fried. Don't listen to me.
you can
Slipknot's
get
from
this
Iowa. That was the whole point of me saying Slipknot. I knew it was Iowa.
you can get one of these Revolver shirts. I have several of them. So continue, Jameis.
And of course, you can see a remix title match. Matthew Palmer will be defending against champion. I think somebody's a little too familiar with his Revolver work. Alex Shelley.
We don't talk about that, but you know what? We can
We
talk
talk
about
about
it.
everything indies, including Alex Shelley.
Hey, I'm not saying we don't talk about Alex Shelley. Well, you know what? Let's talk about what happened at Revolver. Let's talk about it. The last time I was at Revolver, because you
In
know what?
Ohio.
In Ohio, I had a great time in Ohio, by the way.
That's an oxymoron. A great time in Ohio.
I had a great time in Ohio. Uh, we could, you know what? We could talk about it. I mean, it's on Fight Plus. It's not like it's, you know, something
What do you think the plus is for?
the plus.
Hit me. Tell us your story.
Well, I went to Night at the Moxbury. I got this shirt, this lovely shirt.
Fantastic movie. We stand Will Ferrell. Wait, that's not
No,
right.
you don't like Elf,
Oh, I hate Elf.
so we
But
don't stand.
I'm a big old school fan. I'm a big Talladega Nights fan. I'm a big Step Brothers fan. We do stand Will Ferrell.
How
Just
do you
not that stupid movie.
how do you feel about Blades of Glory?
Maybe I don't stand Will Ferrell.
I like Blades of Glory.
Hold on. What was that really bad movie he did with Nicole Kidman? That's the worst one.
Shit, I don't know.
Like Bewitched. Bewitched is one of the worst movies I've ever
Oh
seen.
shit, it's so bad I forgot it existed.
But
Anyways, I had a great time at Night at the Moxbury. You know, it was a fantastic evening filled with blood, chaos, and
Motor City Machine Guns.
Both the guns were not there. It was just one. Sorry.
Well,
Just
a machine gun.
King of
He's splitting
Independence.
time right now.
Um, so yeah. And where people booed him, he was booed heavily in Ohio. Ohio does not like Alex Shelley. And he wrestled Rich Swann. Fantastic talent, legend, And Alex
To
Shelley
go
fell.
all night long, if you will.
Yeah. And Alex Shelley fell on top of me. That's it. There we go. Let's go. Continue on.
That's it. Hold on.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. But Dayton hates Alex Shelley, apparently. So
Baby Bear will get over it.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Yes, but we're on an Impact Network and he can get over it.
Mm.
Some people don't like people falling in their lap, but they got over it too.
Valid choice. A friend of mine who was watching the show, who's a big Impact fan, she's like not involved with like the wrestling community. She like texts me and she's like, "You look so offended." I am sorry. I had a great time. It was a fun show.
But he will not be the only Impact Wrestling representation, as Chris Bay and Ace Austin will defend the PWR Tag Team Championships in a 3-way against Zachary Wentz and Trey McGill. Really awesome seeing the Rascals back together.
I love how you just smoothly cruised into that. That was nice.
Everything I do is smooth.
It's so smooth. Go ahead.
When you look at what I do, I'm as smooth as Jonathan Gresham, who, by the way, will be wrestling Kushida at this show. Promises to be a happening, tremendous technical match. We're excited for that. Anyway, I'm happy to see the Rascals back together, even if the circumstances regarding Zachary Wentz lost a little bit haven't necessarily stellar. And the other team involved will be Matt Justice and Mance Warner, Second Gear Crew.
Woo!
The PWR loves their athletic showcases. So this one will be interesting as Ninja Mac will wrestle John Hennigan. And I'm not even going to try to guess what his name is. So
it's going to be Johnny Revolver.
I can't keep up at this point.
It's the way to keep up with it is to remember it's most likely close to the name of the promotion. Noah Wrestling's own Ninja Mac will be there.
He's been killing it in pro wrestling, though.
God, he's such a badass at Noah.
But Noah's been killing it as a product in general.
Yeah. God damn.
So that will be this weekend in Clive, Iowa, at the Horizon Center.
No longer just the home. No longer just the state of Slipknot. It will be the state of pro wrestling Revolver.
Well, remember our last episode where we were doing things in Iowa.
Fucking, what was it? Sour cream raisin pie or some shit?
Yes. And then there was like corn, lots of corn.
Lots of corn.
Not the band.
Not the band. Jeez. What do you think is the worst new metal band?
New metal.
Speaking of corn.
I actually like Korn.
Yeah, I'm not saying I didn't say Korn was the worst new metal band. I'm just saying, who do you think out of that genre was the worst band?
The worst band?
That genre.
Does POD count?
I consider them more of a rock, but I mean, I could accept POD. A lot of their songs didn't hit with me either. So,
I think Deftones is overrated.
Ooh.
I think Limp Bizkit's overrated, though I like Limp Bizkit. And here's my hot take: as good as Chop Suey is, System of a Down is one of the most hit or miss bands I've ever seen.
You and I've talked about that, I think.
So there's a couple of names I'd like to throw in there, but I actually don't dislike new metal.
It's not the worst genre. It really isn't. It's not one of the worst genres.
You know what a very underrated new metal band is?
Hold on. Before I wanted to ask that question, I'm glad you asked it. You want to know what my answer is
To what? The
to
most
that
underrated?
question? Yeah,
Okay.
edema.
Interesting. Hmm. Hard to disagree with that.
Why are you so shaky?
Oh I've had a long day. My legs are just shaking in general.
Oh,
I'm gonna give,
you have your laptop on your lap.
yeah, I'm gonna give
Ooh,
actually I'm gonna put it on the chair here. It's
go
just my
for it.
background's gonna change. I'm gonna
We're
give two
so
names.
unprepared on this show, but that's okay. That's the beauty of the TNI network.
I'm gonna give two names. Faith No More,
I can see that.
Spine Shank.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
I think Spine Shank would take it, but those are the two names I'm gonna give for that.
Hmm.
And I used to think the answer was Seether until I saw them live.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with Seether.
Because I actually love most of Seether's music. Fine Again is one of the pretty best songs I've ever heard. And then I saw them live, and he was slurring every word he remembered and drinking on stage. And I'm thinking to myself,
Oh,
he may be singing it, but this man is not Fine Again.
I remember you telling me about that live event.
Yeah, Papa Roach. It was a festival, so Papa Roach was playing right
Dude,
after.
Papa
So
Roach, like, do they fucking play every festival?
yeah, but they're awesome every time. I've seen them
You know,
over the
I've never
plaza,
seen
just
them.
different stuff.
Okay, so like I've been to a few festivals, like, different, like, rock during different times, like genres and time frames. Like, keep in mind, I did go to one during the time when the Killers was really big and My Chemical Romance.
Were
Interesting
you
enough,
coming out of your cage and doing just fine?
they're doing just fine. Anyways, also interesting on that card, who else was on there?
I'm
Papa
gonna guess Papa Roach because they're
Papa
probably
Roach,
recording.
not just Papa Roach, Placebo.
Okay, that's a random band. You know
Yeah,
what new metal band I didn't appreciate until I saw them live?
who?
Mudvayne.
I've never seen Mudvayne live, but I
I
can.
saw them the same night. It was either the same night I saw Metallica for the first time, or I
How
saw
many?
Metallica twice that weekend. The other opener was Social Distortion. Really weird because
You and I.
they're two completely different bands.
Yeah, you were telling me about that, and you were like, how you didn't like Social Distortion live, and I said, well, under the circumstances, I could see why.
I completely understand why he wanted them to take away his ball and chain because I wanted them to take them off stage.
Social Distortion's not a bad band. I've seen Social
No,
Distortion.
I don't mind Social D. It's just that show did not
It
go
did,
well.
yeah.
But they either opened for Metallica or Slipknot. I just 4 day festivals kind of run together in your
I
mind.
think you told me it was Metallica.
Well, Slipknot was night one of the festival. Metallica was night two. The headliner for night three was Disturbed. Disturbed was the only one I didn't get front row for because I didn't care as much as the other three nights for the headlining stage.
Hmm.
And the fourth was Metallica again. So I
Hmm.
know I was front row for Mudvayne. It was one of the first two nights because of the side of the stage I was on.
How many times have you seen Metallica?
Twice, just those two times. But I got
Just those
front row both times.
Look at you.
Oh, I'm great at getting exactly where I need to be at festivals.
You know
But
who's a fan of Metallica?
a lot of people, they're one of the most popular bands of
No,
all
no,
time.
no. But this leads into what I'm saying. Freaking Kazarian. Now let's get back to the cards.
Frankie. Okay. Where's your segue? What's Frankie Kazarian
No,
got?
I was waiting for you to come in.
Oh,
Not me.
I don't have Frankie Kazarian on my front sheet. So
Well, he's not on there, but
look at you being a bad influence.
you do know, but you can see him on Impact.
Completely ignore my bad influence joke.
You can see him on Impact every Thursday night on Access TV. And also make sure you follow and subscribe and like and share the TNI network. Total Nonstop Impact. They have a great post show, the post show of all Impact post shows. Back to the card, Jameis.
Also coming up, we have on the same day, West Coast Pros running a show in San Francisco. A great weekend to run a show in San Francisco. a lot of wrestling fans are going to be there, be in the area that weekend. So hopefully they get a tremendous house
Mm-hmm.
because of other stuff going on.
What show is
But
that?
isn't Revolution this weekend in San Francisco? I'm pretty sure.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. West Coast Pro. We're so prepared. Um, Coast Pro. Let's see. That's March 4th and April 7th. They've already announced their April 7th show.
No, I'm saying a lot of wrestling fans are traveling to San Francisco this weekend for Revolution. So they should have a bigger house than usual, in theory.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to think of the name of the show for West Coast Pro.
So on this show this weekend, West Coast, Best Coast,
Thank you.
Timothy Thatcher is about to have a technical masterpiece with Mike Bailey. What a great contrast of styles while still have certain styles being similar enough to where, ooh, it's going to mesh really, really well. The show also features, for the vacant West Coast Pro Women's Championship, Sandra Moon and Masha Slamovich.
Who do you think's going to take that?
Should be Sandra Moon, but I'm thinking they're gonna put it on Masha because of the name. She's a bigger name.
See, I like Masha. I love Masha, but I think I'm going to go with Sandra Moon on this one.
She's been killing it, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Sandra on this one. That they're
She's
going to
been
put it
killing
on.
it in freelance. She just had a great match in freelance with Kylie Ray earlier this week
Yeah.
or earlier this month. The so that's on the card. There's a tag team match between Starboy Charlie. Talk about somebody who I hope has a big 2020. He's so good at portraying the underdog as a babyface and the weasel as a heel. Like
Yeah.
he's very versatile, very unique talent. He will be teaming with Brian Keith against Kevin Blackwood.
Oh,
Do we have any fans on this podcast?
oh, I don't know. I don't know. Should I get one black sleeve?
Are you his angels? Or is that or is his tag team partner his angels?
Oh, Alan. I love Alan. Shout out to Alan, man.
Alan Angels and Kevin Blackwood will be taking on Starboy Charlie and Brian Keith. And of course, the West Coast Pro World Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship match. Nick Wayne challenges Titus Alexander.
That's going to be interesting.
That's this weekend in San Francisco, airing on IWTV. On the same day, we've got quite a bit going on this day.
Oh my gosh.
GCW, holy smokes, they're in the Showboat Hotel again for GCW, holy smokes, in Atlantic City, New Jersey. One person we talk about a lot on this podcast, at least historically, when we have all three of our hosts. Again, shout out to Tiff. Tiff's girl, Casey Catal,
Oh yeah, she is on that show.
will be wrestling for the GCW Ultraviolent Championship.
I was going to say, isn't she
Yuna
going for the
Yamashita.
championship? I think they're
Yeah,
going to put it on her.
Casey Kirk, pardon my, I don't know. Sometimes it's when people
Kirk,
do
you know, sometimes Casey. It'll say Casey's going to be on.
And of course, that's not the only big match, big championship match, as Los Mizis, Cyclops and Miedo Extremo were also the SAT, ROH Legends SAT,
Mm-hmm.
Independent Wrestling Legends. Big deal. And I don't think it's an interesting topic we haven't really touched upon, and I don't want to touch upon it too much because of that's not the show for it. But I don't think the Maximo brothers get enough credit for bringing independent wrestling, being a part of that Amazing Red, Paul London, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Loki era
Loki,
of
yeah.
bringing that style to the forefront in America between Ring of Honor, early NWA TNA, and all of those independents, ICW, IWA Mid South, all of those. Like
James,
they're
move your
running the
camera up,
indie.
man. I can't
I'm
see.
sorry.
I can't see
Is
you.
that better?
Yes.
I'm
All I
not
saw
looking at
was
my screen right now, so it's kind of just one of those. So IWA Mid South, I don't think they get enough love on the independents the way they should. So it's cool to see promotions such as GCW start giving them their flowers. The most fascinating match to me,
to
and
you.
I see John Murdoch's versus Drew Parker's or Slade's versus Effie's, is do you know who Alex Zane is wrestling?
No, I have not had a chance to look at the GCW card.
The AAA's El Hijo del Vikingo, who's just now come to the States for the
Yeah.
first. He wrestled in
Is he
for
still the champion?
Dreamwave. I believe he is.
Is he still El Mega Campeon
Let me
champion?
look. I know he's the current Warrior Wrestling Lucha champion.
Yeah, I do know that as well. I
Hold on, championships. Let's look. I've not followed much of.
haven't followed much of AAA,
I haven't either.
and we don't
Uh,
talk about AAA on this show very often,
but
but that's okay. But if Kenny does go back
no.
over there, I will go see it.
Hold on. Yes, he's still the Mega champion, AAA Mega champion.
Yeah. But if
Uh,
Kenny does go back over there for that belt, I will go, I will be watching.
Fair enough. So, is there anything else this weekend? There is just nothing necessarily worth hitting on.
everything else
There's
I
a
have.
WXW show, but Cage Match doesn't have the card for it. I assume Peter Tahani's gonna be on it. He's been killing it lately.
Well, I guess while you double check, I will announce shout out the other events that are coming up in March.
Okay.
March 3rd, we have High Voltage in Alabama. We have Pro South Wrestling also in Alabama. We have Independent Southern Wrestling Alliance. That is also on the 3rd. Keep in mind, these are all on the 3rd. Monster Factory Pro Wrestling in New Jersey. We also have Southern Wrestling Federation in Tennessee. We have PWL in West Virginia. On the 4th, we have Revolutionary Wrestling Entertainment, so RWE. We also have Riot City Wrestling. Let's see, we have Renegade Championship Wrestling, that's RCW, in Chatsworth, Georgia. 8 p.m. is the time of the bell, so if you're there and you want to see some indie wrestling, please get there early when the doors open, because you will not get your seat. Okay, I over-exaggerated, but yes, you always want to have the best seats in the house, so, get there when the door opens. Come on. Respect. And, of course, we've already touched on Wrestling Revolver. We have Rocket Pro Wrestling. We have Freedom Force Wrestling. We have Westside Extreme Wrestling as well on the 4th. And West Coast Pro Wrestling on the 4th, at the Unlimited Irish Culture Center, which we went over. We have Riot City Wrestling. Let's see. Excite Wrestling at the Oakdale Mall in New York. Supreme Wrestling. And that's it. That's all I got. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. So we got events for March coming up. So this weekend.
There's also a CZW show this weekend.
Oh, there is. Go over that.
Fred Yehi will be wrestling Michael Mastretta. And in a four-way ladder match for the tag titles, the Rep will be wrestling Milk Chocolate, CMD, and Post Game.
Huh.
That'll be interesting. CZW has not done much to catch my eye lately, but they're still running solid shows.
Good for them. Good for them. They've been around how many years already at this point?
At least 20.
At least 20. CZW's been going strong.
Rev Pro is running in London. And of course, Zero One is hosting its 22nd anniversary convention. So good for them. They've also been running 20 years. Jungle Kiona will be teaming with Jaguar Yokota on the show. Ooh, that's awesome. I didn't realize Jaguar Yokota was still working.
I did not know that either, but it's great.
But that's one of my favorite women's wrestlers of all time. So that would be cool. That's probably something I'm gonna have to check out. And of course, the show also features Masato Tanaka defending the Zero One Heavyweight Championship against Shoki Kitamura. That'll be really good too. That'll be a good show to check out. Uh, GCW Ransom will be running the next day. Joey Janela will be defending the Extreme Championship against Brandon Kirk. Assuming Cyclops and Miedo Extremo retain, they will be wrestling your favorite tag team for the GCW Tag Team Championships.
Motor City Machine Guns.
How did you know?
Because I did see that card. I did see that card. I've seen that card everywhere because people.
Ali Catch and Charles Mason will be in a steel cage match. And John Murdoch will be wrestling Masha Slamovich. That'll be physical and will hurt. Not much to go over catch as catch can on that card, but that'll still be a really good show. H2O will be running Monday Night Death for the 4th week in a row. They've been killing it the first 3 weeks. And Progress has a show on Tuesday.
Yeah.
In London. Named after Gene Money this time. Gene Money's Daft Lab Emporium. Gene Money, tremendous talent. He's one of the talents I've told people to look out for in 2023. So far, he is not booked for the card. The show's on Tuesday. It's named after him. He's not booked for the card.
Maybe he's hosting.
But there is a mystery opponent for Dean Allmark. Danny Luna will be wrestling Nina Samuels. Jack Bandicoot, Callum Newman, and Leon Slater in a triple threat match. And of course, Amari versus Warren Banks. Warren Banks has been killing it as well. A lot to like about that card. I don't know when it's going to air. I kind of stopped following Progress's schedule when they hit the network, and then that's not there anymore. So
we have some stuff from Wrestle Rave coming up, but that's towards the end of the month of March and going into April. So we'll talk about that card or those
April's
2 cards.
Going to be a huge month for independent wrestling, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. As soon as we get past the Mania week, it's going to be, it always like pops off in April.
What's on that card? And on March 10th, Jacob Fatu will be defending the House of Glory World Championship against
Hog.
Fred Rosser.
Yeah, we don't talk about Hog a whole lot on here.
But the one match on this card that we're definitely going to have to check out, Kushida versus Low Key.
Oh, everyone's got to check that out. Absolutely.
That's a first time ever match, right?
I think so.
I'm not sure when it would have happened. Let me look. I know that for it might have happened in New Japan like 10 years ago.
Yeah, when this is
Loki was teaming with Forever Hooligans. I miss Alex Kozlov. Forever Hooligans ruled, but because they were working with Time Splitters a lot. But there's not much of a one-on-one history there. And Kushida's gotten so much better. So that'll be a fun match.
That's on March 10th.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think they've ever faced each other in a singles. I don't think so.
I'm gonna look real quick. Shout out to Cage Match, my best resource.
Yeah, the one with Cage Match.
Low key, let's see, matches.
Like
Kushida.
I don't think it. Yeah.
Let's see. There was a bunch of 6-man tags between Forever Hooligans and Loki and Bushi and Time Splitters. There's Time Splitters and Taguchi versus Yado Loki and Rocky Romero. There's one-on-one match.
Okay.
It from the 40th anniversary tour. They got about 7 minutes.
We don't count that.
Beat Loki. And then that's a really weird match. Toriano and Takashi and Loki versus Kojima, Tenzan, and Kushida. New Japan likes their really random 6-man tag matches,
Yeah.
even to this day. I call that the Gato special.
The Gato special. But
I love them, but man, it starts to get tedious to watch them, so many 6-man tag matches.
So do we have anything else going on? I think that's it.
I'm sure there's more going on, but nothing's really caught my eye.
Nothing we want to like really highlight or spotlight right now.
Defy on Top is taking place in Seattle on March 11th. Right now,
Is Swerve on that card?
probably, but there's only 3 matches announced so far, and he is not a part of that.
Huh.
Top Flight has been announced for the card. They will be wrestling Eddie Pearl and Ricky Gibson, who will, of course, be bringing the Midnight Heat. The Bollywood Boys are on that card.
Oh, good for them. I'm glad to
They're
see
wrestling Kushida and Kevin Knight. It's nice to see the Bollywood Boys find
finally. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they've done other events, but
right. Nothing
that's been
bigger.
on nothing that's really like come across our table.
There is another Rev Pro show on the 11th, Raw Deal, that will be taking place in Hertfordshire. I've never really heard of that city. I'll make sure to visit that city when I go to Europe just to see, just for the hell of it now.
Just because of the name.
Just because of the name.
Oh.
Make sure I know how to pronounce it if it ever comes across my table again. They have a Sheffield show on March 12th. Cage Match doesn't have any announcements for these. I'm sure if I scroll through their Twitter, I'd find them. GCW and Eye for an Eye on March 17th. Homicide versus Matt Cardona.
Okay.
Dude, I saw Homicide wrestle for the first time in person the other day, and it was so cool.
Oh, really? You had a good time?
He was at the NWA show that was in Tampa.
Oh, that's right. You went to NWA. And who else did you see there, Jameis? Who did you see?
Well, I saw a lot of people.
But
anyone,
the
7-year-old inside of me was really excited to see Trevor Murdoch. I was a big Gator Murdoch fan back in the day.
Oh, I thought you were excited to see, someone else from our TNI family.
Bill?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill. I don't. Bill was wearing an EC3 suit jacket that just had the face plastered all over it.
That would be Bill.
And guess where he was sitting?
The front row Bill.
Front row.
Front row
Odd
Bill.
brand. Pretty odd brand. But no, we don't talk about the wild interaction I had that night.
If you want to talk about it, I won't stop you for talking about it on air, but that is up to you.
Have you told the TNI folks about it?
Oh, you could. I mean, I don't know if we could say it like on air, but you could say.
I'm not telling the story on air, but have you told them yet? Because you told me you were.
Oh shit! No, I haven't. I got to call Trent and tell him what happened. Trent, I think Trent just got back from like overseas.
I'm about to be their new favorite co-host of We Talking.
Their new favorite, like.
As if I wasn't already the favorite. Who couldn't love this face?
Oh shit! Yeah, no, we can't talk. Poor thing. If you're gonna be like, what happened? What happened? Go to the Discord. I will share the story in the Discord. Everyone.
But the GCW show, Masha Samovich will be challenging Nick Gage for the GCW World Title.
Yeah, that's who's gonna kill who, huh? Like,
I know who's gonna kill time on this show, and that's your second favorite tag team of all time.
I have a second.
There's two names I've mentioned quite a bit in this running through events. Kushida,
Oh,
Alex Shelley.
actually, believe it or not, I'm not a Time Splitters, like a big Time Splitters fan,
But they will be
but they will be
dare you.
wrestling. Yes.
How dare you?
No, I don't think Time Splitters is bad.
Hot take. Better than Motor City. Which is funny because I like Chris Sabin more than I do Alex Shelley.
Oh, no, I'm just, I like Time Splitters, but I think Koshida was a better singles performer.
I love Kushida in general. They will be wrestling Mike Bailey and Jordan Oliver. So
Okay.
a
Yeah.
lot to like from that show. I'm at March 17th at this point, so
Yeah.
we'll have
Stop.
another show by then.
Stop. Stop with the dates.
Somebody told me it was open mic night, and I have the mic, so
I've always had a mic, dude. It's right here.
yes, but mine is a lot more evident through the
Everyone
lighting.
knows this is a mic.
It's a really cool mic.
Shit. Cost me a lot of fucking money, so it better be a cool mic. I think I've seen Thunder Rosa with the same mic, actually.
How's she doing?
Not sure, but I hear she's coming back pretty soon, I think.
I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully she gets healthy and continues to do tremendous things with Mission Pro. They've been killing it. Be sure to check out all of their shows and support wonderful up and coming female talent in the wrestling community.
Yeah. Very solid and good stuff over there. But
Dude, you know who's been killing it over there?
Who?
Maddie Winkowski.
You think so?
She's terrific.
Yeah, I haven't seen a
She's
whole
got
lot.
her character down to a T.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of Bishop Pro lately.
Great presence coming from her. Outstanding talent.
Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, we ran through the events, we ran through the cards.
Buddy Matthews won. That's his name, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes I call him Murphy. Sometimes I call him
it's Matthews now. It's Matthews now.
Buddy Matthews is the new MCW World Champion.
Yeah, he is. Good for him.
That is one thing that caught my eye in the past 2 weeks.
And back in Australia.
That Australian scene is hot. That's something we just need, next time we don't have an episode planned, like anything prepared, we should just do an episode on specific scenes.
I mean, we can. That's not a problem. It's just that it's so chaotic during Mania week.
Right. No, that this would be an after Mania thing when things start to settle down.
Australia does have really good wrestling, and I think people forget that there's a solid wrestling scene over there.
Right, and they've been producing talent for major companies like Clockwork recently. There's a lot of things we could talk about in the future where we don't have anything planned, like anything to talk about. Give some scenes some love.
This is literally the show about nothing.
We're Seinfeld?
Yes, we're the show with.
Hold on. Then I guess this is my new backdrop.
How did I know that you would own that? I don't know why I knew you would own that. You're gonna stand the whole show.
What?
I said you're gonna stand the whole show.
No, I went back to sit down.
I would like to sit down. Another interesting.
No, about nothing. I think we may have something here.
Oh, but another interesting thing. I know we shouldn't. I still want to mention it, even though we are an indie podcast. Is that Ring of Honor had their first show?
Do we want to go through spoilers?
No, because we're not that show.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna say who was involved. I'm just gonna say that first match is one of the weirdest I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, we won't go through spoilers, but I just wanted to mention that Ring of Honor did have their first I guess technically
Actually,
their
at the
first show.
soundstage in
In
Universal Studios.
Universal Studios. Yeah, the old Impact Zone.
I
So,
love the soundstage. That's one of my favorite venues. Weirdly enough.
yeah, it's nice.
You ever get to do a show there?
Mm-mm, never.
Dude, have you ever been to Universal in general?
Yeah, several times.
Next time you're down here, we're going to Universal.
Yeah. I wonder if Bill was there.
Bill and I are both pass holders, actually.
So, anything else we want to mention, Jameis, before we close the night?
I just want to mention how terrific my hair is.
My hair is horrible. I need to like it's just I need to like shave my head again, and it's you can't see a lot right now, but
Imagine wanting to shave your head. Couldn't be me.
could be you. It's just a part of it. Oh, here we go.
I was somebody told me I should get a buzz cut a couple weeks ago. And all the people around us, but no,
Please don't.
immediately and emphatically. And I went, good.
No. Yeah, no. But yeah,
I
like
would not do that. I would not subject myself to that. It would not look good.
but yeah, my hair's like grown out like a decent amount. And I took my hair extensions out too.
Interesting. I have no follow-up for that.
Hair extensions.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you want us to talk about? Because we're on VOD. You can't tell us anyway. Terrific.
You're on VOD. We're on VOD. We're recording late wee hours of the night.
Hey, welcome to yet another episode of We Talk Indies.
Don't trick the poor people.
Of course, I'm your host, the Jameis. Not to be confused with, because Ashley didn't say it at the top of the hour.
Shit, I'm sorry.
Dude, I was waiting for it, and you never said it. I'm like, alrighty then.
I fucking
Let's start talking indies.
You're like, what? It's the Jameis, who cannot be confused with Seamus. Seamus wishes he had your hair.
I wish I had Seamus's ability to produce banger after banger. We all can't get what we want.
Oh. So, Mania week. We don't talk about Mania here, but
we talk about the week, certainly.
We did the week.
One of the most important weeks of the independent wrestling calendar. And for that, we can't thank the aforementioned Ring of Honor, actually.
Yeah, they do have a show as well.
But the first people to really go and utilize the Mania weekend and make it their own festivity was Ring of Honor in Chicago in 2006.
Shut up, for real.
So that's something that I don't think Ring of Honor gets credit for, that they should, is the fact that they went out there in 2006 and said, you know what? Every wrestling, people are going to be traveling for wrestling. Let's give them more wrestling. And they did huge business at the Frontier Farmhouse. If I remember correctly, that was the main event where Roderick Strong and the American Dragon win an hour for the ROH World title. If you've not seen that match, do yourself a favor and check it out. But before you do that, prepare your chest, because it's gonna hurt.
Your chest is going to hurt.
Dude, those two like to chop each other. And it hurts.
Okay.
But that show also featured the Generation Next and Matt Sydal AJ Styles tag match. And the Dragon Kid Hiroguchi Saito versus Blood Generation match. I believe that one got 5 stars from the Observer.
We don't count those ratings here. They don't do anything.
You know what didn't get 5 stars from the Observer, Ashley?
A lot
of match. Yeah, Alex Shelley's match.
Which
Do you
one was
remember
that
what
one?
you
Who was
don't remember what who would you want to guess who he was teaming with?
see Mania week? What card was that?
Supercard 2006.
Oh shit. Who did they face?
So they faced
Hold on, don't tell me.
Claudio and Jimmy Yang. Yeah, that's a random tag team.
That's random.
Both are awesome. I'm a big James Hume fan. I think he's very underrated. But that's a very random tag team. I'll give you a hint. It was not the Machine Guns.
No, it wasn't.
You're looking it up right now.
Yeah, because I have to. I have to see this.
It's the Embassy.
Yeah, I know. I don't think he was he tagging? He wasn't tagging with Jimmy, was he?
He was tagging with Jimmy
Oh
Rave.
shit. Then okay. I was like, was he tagging with Jimmy?
Shout out to the late great Jimmy
Jimmy
Rave.
Rave. Yeah. No, I mean, you know what? I don't care about the fucking things. Uh and yeah, no, the embassy.
Alex Shelley is a real list of tag partners.
We're talking about he has a great list of tag partners. Also, I've been trying to get a picture of
Weird and great are not mutually exclusive.
I've been trying to get a picture of Shelly and Jimmy together. A friend of mine that used to do photography, like at some of the Ring of Honor events, she says she
Right.
might have one, but she has to look in her archive.
Dude, if you find it, put it on here.
I do have one of him and Jimmy together, but they're facing each other, and that's
Right.
like towards the end of the embassy. But I've been
Right.
trying to find like a tag photo of them together.
But in terms of Mania Week, that was the first that was the show with the three-way dance of Daniels, Jacobs, and Samoa Joe too. A very fun match. That was a fun super card. But that was the first real independent wrestling show to make a big deal of Mania Week and making it this whole ordeal. And I think that the way that was promoted, Harry Silkin's one of the most underrated promoters of all time, especially in terms of impact and the way he promoted. But the entire each independent promotion does their biggest business of the year on Mania Week, and everybody has a cook in the kitchen, so to speak, during that
Yeah,
time of year. And you can thank Ring of Honor for that. And that's one area where Ring of Honor's legacy isn't shined upon a lot when it should be, is the promotional tactics such as that changed the way the independents promote in general and the independent wrestling calendar.
you know,
So
I don't even
that's just
think
something I
that.
wanted to hit on since we didn't have much else to hit on here.
I don't even think that match was that long.
Which one?
The embassy versus
Probably
Claudia
not. That's a long card, and the
and
main event
Yang.
goes an hour.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long.
If I remember correctly, the Adam Pierce match on that show is under a minute.
Was it?
That was when they wrestled. He and Joe wrestled just two guys. One of them ended up becoming Rhett Titus, if I remember correctly.
This is a different super card.
I'm gonna look at it now.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long of a match.
The embassy match was win a quarter hour. That's not a short match.
That's not too bad for an attack being a tag match. That's not
Right. 15, 16 minutes. That's not
yeah,
bad at all.
that's not bad. That's decent. And then you yeah, I mean it's so like roughly
Jimmy Wang Yang's another guy. I mentioned the Maximos. Because Jimmy Wang Yang got to WWE literally right after that, like he returned to WWE right after that, because he had to run a Akio
Mhm.
early before that. He doesn't get the love he deserves either for what he did after WCW closed and on the Indies and then in NWA TNA. and then after Akio got cut, doing it again for a little bit before he came back. His independent run doesn't really get talked about either, but it's really good.
But you know what we haven't talked about?
James Gibson, another one.
The embassy.
The embassy, yes, yes, ma'am.
We have not talked about the embassy. So we have touched base on the embassy a little bit. Interesting time frame.
I would love to do more historical independent wrestling.
We can.
I mean, we talk indies. It's not we talk current indies.
We didn't say current indies.
Right.
But yeah, no, we have not talked about the embassy.
Dude, there's so much to talk about the embassy. I don't even know if I have my timeline straight with that group because it changed.
I never have my timeline straight, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, that one's a bit difficult. But you can watch the embassy on Ring of Honor TV going forward. It's just not with Alex Shelley.
It's okay. Eventually get there.
I don't think I've ever heard you talk about the embassy.
No, because no one ever brings up the embassy. No one ever talks about it. It's an interesting time frame.
That's pre-Motor City, right?
Yeah, that's like roughly around the time of maybe Paparazzi Productions.
When you say paparazzi and at that time period, I think of Lady Gaga.
No. Paparazzi Productions, because before Alex Shelley would come out like this, which is like, of course, the
Right.
That's how them. If people didn't know that, that's how the embassy would come out, is like this.
Because of Prince Nana.
Yeah. Good job. Good
Prince,
job.
by the way, right?
Huh?
A real Prince, by the way, right?
Was he?
I believe so.
Dude, my mind is so blurry from like 2005 and 2006 because like those were my strong party years. Those were like my senior year of high school years.
He actually is a real Ashanti Prince.
Yeah, I guess. I was like, is he? I don't know. My mind's very blurred from that time period. You should be people should be like, you should like give me like some type of applause for me to be like, was it Jimmy? Like briefly remembering.
Nobody really talks about that tag team. So
yeah. Well, no one really talks about the embassy.
Twitter does not like the embassy right now.
Because no one talks about the embassy. Well,
dude, have you ever just gone down a list of people that have been in the embassy?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wild.
Wild.
Wasn't Daisy Hayes in the embassy for a little bit?
Yes, I believe so.
Remember when she wrestled as Delirious in IWA Mid-South?
Did she?
I take that as a no. You just said 2005 is a little hazy for you.
Yeah, it was. At least oh, that's good. That's a good one. No, it really is hazy for me. It really is. But I do remember like glimpses as soon as like I see like photos, that's when I like actually remember it.
Right.
When you said that, I'm like, was it Jimmy?
In fact, was Jimmy Rave. Of course, you struggle remembering that because of all the raves you were doing in 2005. I
didn't go to raves. I was going to punk shows.
Well, you said parties, so I went with rave.
It was, I was going to punk shows.
Social Distortion.
I saw a lot of Social Distortion. I also saw Total Chaos. I saw The Exploited. I saw Bad Religion.
Why have both of us discussed seeing Social Distortion live on this podcast today?
Well, I was going to bring up like when December comes around, we could do an episode on the embassy.
That would be awesome.
We can, being that it's Jimmy's birthday is in December.
Hopefully Tiff's back by then too.
Hopefully. I would like her input on the embassy.
I would like her input on everything. I think this podcast is most certainly missing Expertise on toes.
On toast. On toast.
Toes.
Toes. Toes.
And Miracle Generation.
And yeah. Who's been doing really good, by the way?
Right. They've been doing excellent.
Yeah.
Of course, our discussions on them have gone down
Uh
significantly.
yeah. Yeah, but at least we mentioned are I think did one of them win a title?
Probably.
Probably.
I know that Dustin Waller's been killing it specifically.
I think Dustin won. I think specifically Thursday. I think. Um
I know he and Kylon just won the IWTV Tag Team Championships. I don't think Dustin Waller's a singles champion anymore.
um
Like they literally just beat
well maybe that's what I'm thinking of
Sadkampf.
maybe.
I can't think of Sadkampf's new name.
I did not watch the show.
Beyond.
So
Kevin Q and Dom Guarini. I just said their old name. I can't think of their new one. Violence is forever.
18,
That's what I'm thinking of.
22, 23. There's 26. There's 26 members of the embassy.
Sheesh.
There was 26 members, and that's because 3 of them were part-time.
Wow.
Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa was one of them.
Tommaso Ciampa was one of them.
Tommaso Ciampa. Rhino.
Rhino.
Yeah, I wish I was making this up, but yes.
Hold on. Rhino. Let's go back to that one.
June 13th, 2011 is when he joined.
2011.
Yeah, June 13th, 2011. Rhino was in the embassy. Left April of 2012.
Yeesh. Yeah, I can't keep up with the embassy. As you can tell.
But yeah, no. We could talk about the earlier years.
You want to know the most random ROH appearance to me?
What?
There was a match where Stevie Richards shows up to cost CM Punk while he's under WWE contract, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then he never shows up in Ring of Honor again. He just distracts CM Punk, costing him a match, and never shows up in Ring of Honor again. And they never mentioned it again.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it.
Because it was CM Punk and Brian Kendrick. And they were wrestling Lethal and Joe. It was part of the Joe Punk saga.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk loses the match for him and Spanky after the Stevie Richards just stares him down and one of them hit him from behind and beat him. Then they never mentioned Stevie Richards again ever throughout Ring of Honor. He never shows up ever again. He just randomly showed up to cost CM Punk and Spanky this random tag team match. Why? I have no idea.
Well, I think that's the gist of it tonight. I think we're gonna end before we keep going on and start going through all about Stevie Richards and the embassy. We're gonna keep going on and on because there's so many members.
But that's my most random Ring of Honor appearance because it was a one-off. He didn't get physical. He cost somebody a match and was never heard from again. This was like during the Stevie Night Heat phase. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
So like he was firmly entrenched under WWE contract as Stevie Night Heat during this time period.
Oh shit.
So it's not like he could have showed up and actually gotten physical or done anything because they wouldn't have let him. So how they got him for this one show, why they got him for this one show, unannounced, never to be heard from again, I have no idea.
Well, let's call it a night, shall we? Because we're gonna keep going on about Ring of Honor, like in the olden days.
And that's not a bad thing. We can talk about James Gibson's ROH World Title run,
Yeah.
or Paul London and Michael Shane's feud. I'm surprised Michael Shane never went anywhere. I know he got the shot in Impact for a little bit, but didn't go anywhere.
You think so?
How long has it been since you've heard the name Michael Shane?
Valid point. I don't
And
know.
that street fight he has with Paul London is one of the best matches in ROH history, and nobody remembers it. Okay, so yes, as always, thank you for
Nice.
watching We Talk Indies. Of course, I'm one half of the most marvelous co-hosting duo in independent wrestling today. The Jameis at the Jameis. Follow me on Twitter as well as our We Talk Indies at We Talk Indies social media. And Ashley, I guess you can take us away since it is your show.
It's first of all, it's our show because I brought you on it.
That's so sweet of her.
It's our show. Anyways, I'm Ash Rose. You can call me Ash. You can follow me at A Rose CPE on Twitter. And if you click that fantastic link up there in Twitter, it'll lead you to everything. That also includes We Talk Indies. Of course, make sure to follow Total Nonstop Impact on YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcast format.
A rose for Ashley, the lesser known William Faulkner story.
Anyways, make sure to check out the Indie Wrestling Corner. Check out Tiffany over there, the Queen of the Indies. And we're out of here. Good night, goodbye, good morning, wherever you are.
Goodbye and good night.